Hi everyone, this is a brief walkthrough of the game Safranito, which is a very interesting type of a board game with some actual action, as I would show you just shortly. In this game, basically the theme is you're in a market and you're kind of like bidding on certain spices in order to collect what's called spice blend cards. As you can see here, it depends on the number of the players in the game, but in this case there are two spice blends where you can see on each card, I'll just bring it closer here, yeah, and each card has three spice bowls of different kinds, and the goal is basically to collect spice cards by throwing what they called bread chips onto the market area. This game is from 2 to 4 players, and everybody starts with 200 rupees currency, so they can actually buy certain spices as they go as needed. One of the players will be entitled as the head chef for the first round. And the way that it goes, basically on a turn, starting with the head chef, you basically throw these chips. These are actually nice looking, nice quality chips that you use, that they're going to represent amount of money for certain actions. They're really nice. And each one of them has a different value. Sorry that I need to refocus again. Like 50, 60, 30, 10, 20, and 40. Now you make the decision which chips you're going to throw, and you'll see exactly for what reason that would matter. So as I said, on your turn, starting with the head chef, you need to actually toss this chip with one rule, that your hand cannot pass the board, it has to be from below. So for example, in this spice blend card, where you see there's one of the spices is garlic, for example. So I would like to aim and get a garlic. For whatever reason, that's what I would like to do. As you can see, the garlic bowl is right here, so I'm going to try and aim towards that bowl, and I'm actually on it, successfully made it. Now the way that you determine whether you actually hit the spice bowl is by this hole. If for any reason there's a doubt, if you can see the edge of the bowl through the hole, that means you're on it. Now you toss the chips with the numbers, the value face down, so nobody basically sees. So basically the round goes that way until all of the chips are being tossed, and it depends again on the number of the players. You are limited to how many chips you can actually toss per round. Now you could use certain tactics. For example, pushing certain chips away from specific spots if you want. Now, let's pretend that we have played something like that. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Now, the head chef, part of the head chef's job is to decide the order of things in the game. After the chips have been tossed onto the board, the head chef first starts by evaluating the action spaces, which, as you can see here, there's 4 of them, and he goes from this order, then the second one, then evaluating this one and that one, and each certain action, if somebody lands on it, entitles him to do something immediately. For example, this one entitles you the ability of tossing an extra chip. This one here actually lets you collect a spice card from the deck, and basically you can keep that instead of actually trying and collect it off the board. You pick up the one on the top. The third spot is actually letting you collecting one of the spice blends. You reserve it, you don't own it yet, you didn't collect it yet, but you put it down, and you're the only one who have the right to actually collect the spices for this blend. And the last action is whomever is on it is given the the title of being a head chef right away and can do whatever actions that the head chef is supposed to do this round. Okay, so after these action spaces have been resolved, then the head chef determines where they want to go. I should have been probably been clear that this game you have 4 phases that you're gonna go. The first phase is throwing chips. The second phase is evaluating action spaces. The third phase is selling and buying spices. And the fourth phase is putting together those spice blend cards. So after the action spots have been resolved, we're moving to the selling phase, and the head chef decides which bowl they want to go. So for example, if you have any chips on, let's say, this bowl, you turn over these chips, and then whomever would like to sell, if they own this specific pepper, if they have it, they can sell it to the bank in order to receive more money that with it they can buy more spices as they need it. And the way that it works is you count the total numbers that you have, and together you have 90. So each one of a person, even a player does not have a chip on the bowl, is entitled to sell a card if he owns such card, to sell to the bank for 90. As soon as this has been resolved, we move into the next bowl, and this can be done the same way. After everybody sold, all the bowls and chips have been flipped, then we move to the buying phase. And this bowl, for example, the blue chip, since it has the highest value of chip on the bowl, he has the right to buy, to be the first to buy the pepper. And why that's important? Because you have a limited number of cards that can be collected for this spice. So that's why you want sometimes to strategize and use a higher value chip. Depends on the strategy, of course, if there is any. But the way that it works, then, if this person would like to collect a pepper card, he will have to pay 60 to the bank, collect a pepper card, and then moving to the next person, the next chip color, that person will pay 30 and will collect the pepper there. Then moving on to this bowl, starting again with the higher, which is 60. 60 will buy. Then moving, 50 will buy if they decide to, and then the green one will be able to buy again for 10. And as soon as a certain number of Spice Blends cards have been collected, the game will be over. I really enjoy this game just for the sake of the fun part of actually tossing chips and kicking other players' chips out of the way. This is a really fun game. I probably should have mentioned that this game can be played from the age of 10 and up, even though I'm pretty confident that younger kids can play, such as my son, who is 7 and 8 years old, and in their case they would enjoy the part, obviously, of tossing the chips, not really caring to the most part about collecting the spice blend. This game takes about 30 to 45 minutes according to the box, but the game can be even 20 minutes once you know the rules, and you don't need to refer to the rules any longer. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this brief walkthrough. Please refer to the rules to see additional rules, and I appreciate if you can subscribe and expect some more great videos from me. Thank you, and have a good one.